Hey yo, this is the Honeywell InSight Air Purifier. Now this is a larger version of it, so it's going to cover more square feet. This one in particular covers around 300 square feet of area. So it's going to be good for like living rooms, kitchens, bedrooms, etc. And I'll go over the dimensions towards the end. But starting off, I wanted to show you some of the features. So let me go ahead and give you a closer look up top here. So starting off, this is where you would control the different features of the air purifier. This is the power button, obviously you would use to turn it on. So when you turn it on, it's going to start at a low speed, but you can press this power button to go ahead and increase it. So you have low, medium, and high right there. And then there's even a fourth level if you want to go to like maximum power. You can click turbo here and you're going to see this lights up and you can feel that the fan is going at its strongest speed. It does have a little bit of airflow here, so this isn't intended to cool down a room, but in my experience, it does offer a little bit of cooling power when it's in your room. So I really like that. So I have it set here to the lowest mode. Another thing I wanted to point out is you see this green light back here. So this has red, orange, and green, and that's to indicate to you how clean the air is in your room. So right now mine's green, meaning that my air is clean. If your air was really poor quality, it'd be red. If it was like so-so, it'd be orange. And then when you first turn this on, sometimes it will kind of blink and cycle through the different colors until it's able to read your air and decide what the quality is. Now these lights are on, but they can be turned off by pressing this display button here. So right now they're at their brightest. If you press it once, they get a little dim. You press it again and they go completely off. So this is good if you're going to be using this maybe while you sleep. You don't want these bright lights. You can turn them off if you want to. It does have a timer here. So this is like an automatic shut off. It has 2 hours, 4 hours, and 8 hours. And you just cycle through it by pressing this button here. So this is good again if you don't want it running all day. Maybe you're going to work, you just don't want it to run a couple hours or something like that. You can go ahead and add that timer to turn off in a few hours. Over here is the auto button. So what that does is when you click that, it'll read kind of the cleanliness of the air in your room and then adjust the fan speed accordingly. So if your room is really dirty, it'll increase the speed. If it's really clean like mine is now, it'll just run at a low speed, kind of like it's doing right now. This air purifier is great at removing things like smoke, pet dandruff, dust, etc. So it does a really good job of doing things like that. And in my experience too, it kind of removes odors from the air too. I've noticed when I've cooked that it does a good job of removing some of the odors as well. Let me go ahead and show you how to take the filter off though. So I turned it off, and then what you're gonna wanna do is just pop off the front here, and it comes off really easy. Like I've used other air purifiers where you're fighting with the cover. This one's very simple to pop off, and it has two filters here. So this is called a pre-filter. This is going to last about 3 months, but again, this is all gonna depend on how often you're using your air purifier, but typically this will last about 3 months. But every couple days to a week, you do want to take this out and like shake it off just to get rid of any dust. And then underneath it, let me go ahead and get to it. This is called the HEPA filter. So this you're going to want to replace about every year, but again, that's going to depend on your use. So the way you're going to take this off is there's tabs you're going to see here on the side. You just pull those tabs and then just shake it off, get rid of the dust. And then once it's all clean, you just go ahead and pop this back in there just like that. It does have little hooks on the side, as you can see, that kind of keep it in place. And then once it's all in there like that, just go ahead and put the the cover back on, and there you go. This air purifier has a 2-prong cord, and the cord is pretty long too, but you can plug it into outlets or into an extension cord like I have it here. And then as far as dimensions, this air purifier is 19 inches tall, 17.9 inches wide, and then 10.06 inches deep. So pretty compact, and it weighs just over 16 pounds. So it does have a little bit of weight to it, but it's not too heavy to where you couldn't transport it to room. However, given its size, I think I would recommend having this on a floor or maybe a table, something like that. Might be a little bit large for a nightstand, unless this is the only thing you will have on your nightstand. Overall though, I have been very impressed with this air purifier. If you're looking for one, this one is very quiet. I have it running right now and I can barely even hear it. So this one is very quiet. I like how easy it is to replace the filter. So if you're looking for one, this is one I'd recommend right here.